Yep, it's finally time to do a chapter review of Übel Blatt, or chapter, since this side story that deals with Ascheriit's backstory, how he became the Blatt Master, or Blade Master uh, in English. It's really interesting because we learned that Ascheriit, as a child, he was uh, he was found with what's it called, uh, a mystical ore who is known as ferrite, and no one could work it. However, Ascheriit, he was able to work it after watching his master work. He basically learned his master the way of smithing uh, instantly. He is like a genius to learn things. So we don't know what Ascheriit is. It maybe he's not even human, or maybe he's already a hybrid, like human father or human mother, and then a monster. Maybe a fairy father or fairy mother. I'm not sure if that's possible in the Übel Blatt universe. But basically, he's like crafting the sword. I think the sword Ascheriit and Conseil is using, that they are the same person, of course. Is I'm pretty sure that is the sword that Ascheriit he crafted as his use, and so apparently Ascheriit, he was a blacksmith. So how does a blacksmith become a blade master or blade master? I'll just call it blade master. Uh, It's because he arrives to a place. He arrives to a training ground to deliver some swords from his master to, yeah, so they can train. And while he is there, there is another student called Glenn, um, who is, let's say, he should already be blood master according. That's how he feels. He actually feels that so much that he tries to assassinate his master by stabbing him in the back. But as I already said, uh, Ascheriit is a genius to learn. Is a genius to learn. Basically, he's really, really good to. He's extremely a genius to learn new things. He actually just learns the techniques by being told and seeing people doing it. Uh, he's almost like he just watches. He's given like one instruction, basically one training, and then he watches people do like the things, the training thing, and then he almost performs it without any issues. Uh, he's the only thing that makes him fall is because of his footworks can't uh, so say what's it called? He can basically it cannot follow him. So when he has learned that, he could be like a very powerful guy. And we know he becomes the blade master. And actually, wait a second, Glenn. No, I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. I think it's not Glenn. No, it's Tumble. He's called Tumble. The guy who assassinated it. So sorry about that. Glenn is, of course, the friend he makes. One of the heroes, the Holy Land's heroes. But Tumble, he basically tries to assassinate his master, and Ascheriit sees that, and he performs a very special technique. The Black Wing, which we saw in the chapter 3, which is the secret technique of the current Blatt Master, and the reason why Tumble couldn't learn it, while what's it called, Ascheriit learned it with ease, is because he basically he has he didn't he just wanted to learn. He didn't want to, like, I want to learn this so I can become the best, so I can get a cool title. He basically wasn't greedy. He basically had shall we say, a pure heart. He wasn't clouded with status. Status didn't mean anything. He didn't care about that. That's why he could learn it. And without that, you can't learn the Blackwing. And that's actually what happens in this chapter. It's really, really interesting. But what I kind of want to see, I know they kind of touched upon it, was what happens in the 20 years Ascheriit is away and turns into Concel. I know we have seen how he became it, but I really want to see what he was doing in those years. I really want to see that. That's really interesting. And I must say, again, Übel Blatt, it's a good manga, and I'm really needing to get through the 4 remaining chapters review, so I can start the second volume when it arrives. Hopefully it should arrive this week, but maybe I will not start on that because there comes a lot of anime out, manga. But well, that's all. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you in my next review. And you guys have a good day, good night, wherever you are. Cheers, guys.